Yo, people, welcome back to D.C.X episode number X. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about a lot of stuff. We're going to be talking about Christianity, our faith, our journey, and we are going to be interviewed by the one and only Genesis. Um,
Thank you, Genesis.
Genesis, God bless you. So yeah, boom. Welcome back to D.C.X.
Roll the intro.
The intro rolls before the video starts, man. Anyways, I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I hope you guys had a wonderful Sunday and a blessed one as well. And like I said, it's been an honor to keep filming these videos, even when I'm like, can't be asked, but the grind don't stop and hustle don't stop. So yeah. Anyways, thank you again for subscribing, for engaging, for interacting, for commenting, for giving me ideas, for wanting to be on the podcast. Thank you guys for just showing me that you care and that also you see the vision. And thank you for pushing me as well to do all this stuff, because I wouldn't be doing this if not for you guys. So you guys mean the world to me. And yeah, thank you again. So that was a loud cough, bro. Down. Yeah, thank you again, guys. So let's get to the video. So, like we said, we are going to be interviewed by the one and only Genesis. But before I start, Richie, how are you doing? How you been? How's your week been? How's your Sunday been? How you been? Mr. Bean? Fried
Life,
bean, plantain bean, porridge beans.
life has been alright. And then there's living with you.
Boiled beans,
This is the self-explanatory version.
like bread.
Yep,
I want bread.
yep.
Swiss bread. So yeah, bro.
This is why
Anyways, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, but how are you though?
But I think I'm alright, bro. How are you doing, bro?
I'm alive. I'm healthy. So I think that's enough.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I'm doing good, bro. How are you doing, bro?
I'm good. How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, bro?
Right, it's good to know that you're doing
I'm going
good,
to
bro.
be
How
how
are
you
you?
doing, bro?
Huh?
I'm going to be the hand.
Yeah, but again.
You doing? I'm doing.
No, but the guy, I think
But the garbage dag.
I'm nook there.
But I dub.
Only.
But get bad. But do.
No.
No.
Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe, no one can
No.
about him.
Messi. No.
Talking about
Sanchez.
Rook.
Mo Salah. LeBron James.
Yash.
So yeah, let's start the video.
Cut the whole thing.
Cut the whole thing out,
The
man.
whole thing.
I might keep in the video. Listen. Anyways, okay.
Restart the video.
Jenna, sis, please do us the favors, the honors, and ask us the first question, because we're not going to get this video done today if we keep doing this. Cool.
Okay, how did you get into faith?
So, one thing that one of my friends said is being Christian by default, which means you're born and brought up in a family that has been Christian, and that is something I would say happened to me. I was born into a Christian family, Nigerian Christian family. So you're either Muslim, Christian, or spiritualist, and I happen to be Christian. So all these years I have been going to church. I've seen both sides of Christianity, all sides. But even though I think I understood, I knew God, I really didn't until I came to City on the Hill. Big up City on the Hill, massive church. And I went there in April, I think. No, before April. Beginning of the year, I went to the church with Richie as well. And yes, bro.
Sorry.
But yeah, so we've been going to church for a while, but it wasn't until maybe 2 months ago, about a month ago, that I actually really grew in my faith, and actually kind of understood and know God for who He truly is, and also got to know His love again from a different perspective. What about you, bro?
Yeah, I was born into it. You know what I mean? Product of my environment, which was the womb of my mother.
That's crazy.
So she was kind of just like, yeah, this kid gonna be Christian. And then I guess I never really knew what that meant until maybe like just after February-ish, February, March-ish. That's when it was like growing intense, and then things happened, and then that's when it was like, oh, I know what it really means to be a follower of Jesus. Because Christians, you got Christians, but Christians ain't Christians, bro.
Yeah. First of all, there are like so many different denominations of Christian, which is really like why. Secondly, as we said, not everyone that is a Christian is a
Yeah.
Christian. I see. I love Nigeria, but you know, if you go to Nigeria, yeah, if you just walk on the road, the people that say they're engineers, they're not.
Yeah.
Same with Christians. You know, like it's not like you can't just say you're a Christian and then not live a life that glorifies God.
Every Nigerian was top of their class.
Okay, listen.
So he was
Don't
top
come
of their
for us.
class.
Don't come for us, man. do not come for us, bro.
No, but
That's a different topic.
listen, yeah, all you Nigerians.
That's crazy, man.
Joking.
But like, you know, like yeah, it's a fact that, you know, like I said, there's so many different type of Christians, like as in, you know, the Catholic, Protestant,
blah,
blah,
blah, blah, blah.
you know, like, it's and if you put them all in a room, their morals and foundation and values of what they think Christianity is different. So like, how would you, you know, like if you're new to the faith, how would you know what is what? That is, you know, so that's why like if you're lucky to find a biblical gospel Bible based church that is not influenced by culture, and that, you know, you're lucky.
Yeah, I think you're blessed. Like, just stick with that church. Obviously, first of all, first and foremost, God is the one, and Jesus is the one that you're gonna have to look towards ultimately, because Christians are always gonna be imperfect. Stop trying to find Jesus inside of whoever you're with, because that just doesn't make sense, because then you're ultimately just gonna be like going to that person for answers rather
Mhm.
than Jesus.
Yeah.
Christians are always imperfect. I'm imperfect. Catholics are imperfect. Protestants are
yeah.
imperfect. Orthodoxes are imperfect. Your teeth are imperfect. It's like, it just makes sense why we would look towards Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So don't like do any nonsense. All right, thank you, Genesis Exodus. Next question.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay, number 2. Have you ever considered another faith or belief?
Yeah.
You wanna go on?
Yeah.
Which one and why?
Islam, atheism, Buddhism, and actually not really Buddhism that much. But like, there was a period of time in life where I was like, yeah, like, bro, like God, giant guy in the sky. Why should I have to worship him? And then I was like, yeah, I just looked around, and to me, it just made no
Like,
sense.
nah,
I
actually,
was-
God is a
yeah,
nice
that
guy.
one,
Let me speak
that
with him.
one was squashed really easily. Like, I won't lie, that took like 2 days of me just looking around and being like, the chances of nothingness creating somethingness. Nah, I don't think.
Wouldn't that just make you agnostic then? Why did you choose Christianity?
So yeah, I guess I was like agnostic, and then I looked into other religions, and then the thing that made the most sense to me was, it was like, humans are made in the image of God, which made a lot of sense to me. And then it was like, okay, we're made in the image of God. Very paraphrasing, by the way, because we need to keep it quick. Humans are made in the image of God, which means we think like Him, and then
Like him.
like Him. And then we can see, like, there's Bible verses that say stuff, for example, like, whatever's bound in heaven will be bound on earth, blah, 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 things like that. So it's like, okay, if heaven and earth are almost similar, then you can look at, for example, a court system. You've got a court system. You could be perfect your whole life, absolutely fine your whole life, but then you commit one sin, one crime, you have to go to jail for that. Like, you have to pay the price for that. Now, there's a difference between disrespecting just humans, which is like you go off and commit a crime and then you're maybe in jail for 2 days, 3 days, or 6 months, a year, and disrespecting God, the creator of the universe. There's a whole big like that, like
Mm-hmm.
there's a scale to it. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
disrespecting the creator of the universe. This guy is the top of the world, top of the universe,
Top G.
bigger than the top G. You know what I mean? Bigger than him. But like, then I was like, okay, cool. Um, so that means if you do one sin, you have to go to hell for that. So I'm like, oh, brother, that's it. This is, you know what I mean? Like, this is kind of unfair. Then, you look at a court system. God is like the judge. You're like the defendee or the defendant. You've committed a crime. You have to get that paid. And then Jesus kind of steps in like a lawyer. He's kind of just like, yo, father. Yeah, like I was pretty good. Just like for me and through me, let this person be saved. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like that would be the easiest way to like wash your sins clean for you to go to heaven, because heaven isn't just like you stepping into a white room, bro. Like heaven is cleaner than clean. So you can do all your deeds, good deeds, bad deeds, or I've got more good deeds than bad deeds. God don't care about that. You still have bad deeds. So as long as you still have those bad deeds, you ain't washed clean, so you can't go to heaven. Step out. Yeah, I mean, step out the party.
Mhm.
And then Jesus is like, all right, let me just keep scrubbing this guy's feet, bro. Like, let me just keep on going.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a long brief.
Long brief. Long
Yeah.
short. I don't know. I think I've never really been able to like I've always been I think I've been amongst, Christians and atheists and Muslims more than I've been around amongst Christians. Especially, coming like all my life. Like till I came to this church. But I've never really been able to like look into another religion. I don't know why.
Just never.
No. Like
If hypothetically speaking, if there was a religion that would stand out to you, what religion do you think that religion would be? What religion do you think realistically you would choose if you weren't Christian?
so like if I wasn't Christian but like was the same person that I am now. Or like
Practically.
mm, I I wanna say Islam, but more because of the deed based, mentality.
Mm.
Like, I'm someone that always wants to do good, 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 do good, do good, do good. Want to be a perfect person, want to be, deed. So I think I would be more drawn to Islam because that would kind of satisfy my good deed desires. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I'm a good person. No, I am doing good for people. So by that logic, I should be entitled to heaven.
Yeah.
I mean, but then we
Yeah.
have Christianity, like you said, that says if you do bad,
However small it is,
I
it
mean,
doesn't matter. Like you're gonna meet God.
yeah,
Yeah, fair enough.
like in Islam, there is no like Jesus Christ doesn't play the role that he plays in Christianity. So me as a person, I really want to be a good, perfect person.
Yeah.
I want to be someone that does good deeds for everyone out of love for them. But because I'm also a human being, I fall short. I am rude to people sometimes. Maybe I'm even arrogant. Maybe I've hurt someone.
Yeah.
Meaning, I would probably go against I think Islam's foundation of how someone should be.
Yeah.
I mean, like I don't know much about Islam, but I know that it's probably like deed type of thing.
It is quite heavily deed
I mean,
based, where it's like
so like sorry, bro. And then like okay, like, now if I'm like I've messed up
yeah.
a couple of times, in my head, I would be like, yo, I've messed up. I've gone against my deed based religion. What could possibly save me?
Yeah.
In Islam, and I think other religions, there is no mediator. There is no advocate for you.
Yeah.
You have Allah and you have yourself.
Yeah, you're kind of the advocate
Yeah.
for yourself.
But in Christianity, you have someone that can be like, okay, damn, I've sinned. Jesus, please forgive me.
Yeah.
Wash me clean.
For me, I think like Islam stuck out to me a lot, mostly because of the people in the community.
Mm.
Like, it's a very strong community. I won't even lie. Like, it's beautiful when you see it actually work. Where you see these people, they go to a country, conquer it. Go to another country,
Mhm.
conquer it. And I mean it like in a modern day sense,
Yeah.
as in like I know that there's definitely people that have, but me personally, I've never met a Muslim bum.
Muslim bomb.
Yeah, like a bum, like in the street, like
Oh, yeah.
just homeless or anything. They're
Yeah.
all
Oh,
most of
bomb.
them. They're yeah, like BUM.
I think I mean like bomb, but like damn. I don't know Muslim bomb. Wait, what?
No, but I've never met like a bum. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're always like doing decently in their
Yeah.
family. Family's got like a few
Yeah.
plans, things like that. So that's one thing. That's the thing that I guess drew me the most.
Yeah. Same with
Yeah.
me. Like the whole culture around Islam.
Yeah,
Like, it's good to see that people actually, are hard workers and whatever. Then like if you look into it, for some it suits their life, but if you look into deeper, you might realize that that's not what you want to do.
mm.
And that's me.
Yeah. All right, Leviticus.
What is your opinion on spirituality, but more specifically angel numbers, the spirit
Witchcraft,
guides,
demons,
manifestation, and
witchcraft,
crystals?
witchcraft. You see what's mad?
Did you come up with these questions?
Some of them, yeah.
All right.
See, no, see, look now when hold on. See, let me just make it clear. Okay, let me make it clear. Me having an opinion that doesn't align with your beliefs does not mean I'm hating on you or being disrespectful or like no. Okay. Now this is something that me personally, from my op- standpoint, and also from like if you look into it properly, um, it's something that I don't agree with, because if you actually go out there and make a research properly on spirituality, you will find out that the root cause of spiritualism in itself is not necessarily good, meaning it's evil. You can't be a good witch. I mean,
Yeah.
just because like cursing anyone doesn't mean that you're doing something good. Like try, long story short, try and like find the origin and trace the sources of the powers that you believe in. High chances there are spiritual beings slash demons that just taught people how to use whatever magic.
And I think you need to remember as well that not every demon's out to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
There's some that's all they need you is to just believe in something that's
No God.
not correct.
Exactly.
Just because you're blowing your incense around doesn't mean that you're trying to call demons to kill someone and stuff like that. Not every demon's out there to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Demons and the devil can bless you as well.
No, but not like in a good blessing way.
It's not a good blessing thing. Like,
L-
you could get a car, you can get your exams passed, you can whatever and whatnots. It's the source of it that's the problem, because that's where your soul and your belief is rooted, and that's the thing that you practically chosen to be with.
What have been some of your biggest struggles in your personal journey with faith?
You go first.
I'm thinking,
You're thinking.
yeah, I think I've got struggles, but it's like,
Don't say I think, bro. I didn't know you were perfect, bro.
no, I'm not
I'm
saying I'm
joking.
perfect. I'm just saying I don't think I think the struggles are very typical struggles for Christians.
Like,
Sometimes your faith quivers and you're just like, sometimes your consistency quivers and you're just like, sometimes your doubt. Like, it's the most, like, as a Christian, you're going to go through all of that.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And people will literally be like, oh my gosh, you chose a God because you're like imperfect and stuff. And it's like, brother, yes. Like, like, I need help, bro. I'm not ashamed to show it. Like, I've not got such a gassed up ego to sit around and just be like, yeah, I don't need a God, dog. Like, what? My question to a lot of people is, what really is the harm in becoming a Christian, or at least a follower of Christ. I don't want to use Christian because what really is it? Okay, cool. You club less. Cool. Like clubbing's dead anyways. Like genuinely, you're gonna grow up. You want to be 30-year-old and clubbing still. You want to be 40-year-old and clubbing still. I'm sorry, but if you're not performing in those clubs, get out.
Uh-huh.
That like if you're not making any money from it, get out. And then what else? You want to preserve yourself for marriage? You think that's a good thing? Instead of just sitting there beating women and feeding onto this red pill boring nonsense that's always going on your TikTok. The same thing going on in your TikTok for 10 years. You still want to be that person, that boring person? Or do you kind of just want to have a life where it's just like, you know what, yeah, I'm working to be a better person, be a bit more patient, blah, 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 this and that. Okay, cool. You can do all this stuff without a God. But then what is the harm in doing this stuff with a God as a just in case scenario type thing where it's like, you know what, yeah, let me look for my soul. No, let me look out for my soul just in case. And then later on you'll realize, you know what, I'm not even doing this for myself. It's actually a good thing where to spread to people, to tell to people, where it's like, look, you think you're actually alone and you think you're just doing it for a just in case type scenario, but you're actually really just like, this is a good lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Like it genuinely is. You pray because it keeps you humble. So you like, I feel like just believing in a physical realm is so silly, mate. It's so silly. People are like, oh, yeah, but like, how can you prove the spiritual? It's like, well, you can look at evidences of the spiritual realm, which is like your emotions and stuff. And then people are like, well, that's just chemical reactions. And it's like, yes, it's chemical reactions because spiritual things have a physical manifestation. Like if you're there praying through your incense and stuff, it's gonna have a physical manifestation of it. So that's just another thing. Like, I don't know, man. What was the question?
Your biggest struggles with your
Yeah,
journey
so
of
it's
faith.
nothing it's nothing serious, dog. Like it's just every Christian's like s- stuff.
Yeah. Same. Next question.
Bro, I'm so sorry. That was a waffle and a half. I'm sorry. Listen, yeah, there's a bit of a seed that's been planted in me, and
It's called the waffle seed.
it's called passion for the love of Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
our Lord and Savior. So
Okay,
yeah,
next question.
numbers.
Next question, guys.
Um,
How do you think the church should respond to racism or injustice?
That's a good one. Biblical. Biblical. Like, listen, don't put your culture, don't put the law of the land you're living in into that. Just approach it from a literally biblical angle. And if the church can't do that, that means the church has been lacking on the biblical aspect of discipline. I mean, with racism, do you mean like the pastor or people in the church are racist?
Like people in the church or even like
Mm,
outside the church?
see, so I went to this church back in Austria. Okay, good church, good people. There was a few times where some white people will come up to me and make some comments like, "Oh my God, I went to this black church, and it was my first time there, and I felt so like, ugh." I'm like, "Bro, what do you mean by the ugh?" Like, like, what do you mean with ugh, like, bro? It's like,
She's crying right now.
it's like, I don't like. What do you mean ugh? I see. I remember that day. I was like, damn. But see, what thing is, the thing is, like coming to the UK and being in a more diverse environment, I feel like many white people at least, or just other people of different colors, cultures, they don't mean harm when they say certain stuff. They just don't know how to say it because like they're not used, like they haven't been told that saying stuff in a certain way might come across as offensive, which I now understand.
I think it's the same the other way around. At least with me, because I grew up in the UK and then went to Catholic schools and stuff, and then
Yeah,
like during Christmas and things like that, we'll go to mass
yeah,
in Catholic churches,
yeah,
and obviously they're quite white heavy.
yeah. But
And
like,
then I'll go there, and then they're like putting ash on my head. I'm like, whose ashes? Like,
so like, but back to the question, I think that the church even should also include, all these topics into the sermons, racism, sexism, all this other like, and then dismantle those topics using the word of God. Because like, if you like, good thing like that topics that the church always talks about is like gender, like men and women role in marriage. In society, there are different aspects and views on it, but in the Bible, in the church, there's also certain mentality and aspect, but it can't be discovered if it's not spoken about. So I would say tackle racism in a godly manner, but also like in a biblical manner. I mean, boom.
Okay, this is sort of like a part two to that question.
Okay.
Do you think someone's culture or background has a significant impact on their faith,
Yes.
and how?
Yes. Yes. So, where you from? Africa. Where am I from? Africa. Where you from? Europe. White part of Europe. So,
why did you
What do you mean white?
white part of Europe. What part of Europe is not white?
but I mean, like, say, anyway. So my point is, like, especially like for us Africans, yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why many Africans go to a non-black church is because the African culture has demonized, perverted, and corrupted Christianity and the gospel of Christ. How are you in church, okay? And you are a man and have your ears pierced or have braids, and that community that you thought is home kind of cast you out. It's because with like in the culture, like at least African cultures, some households, some families, they associate,
Associate.
associate.
Yeah.
They associate having certain looks and styles and lingo with bad manners, bad habits, which is another topic for another day. So so they now bring all these ideologies and mindsets into the church where they should not be.
This is a reference to episode 2.
Yes, with
Like, this is
piercings.
definitely
Go watch the
a
video.
shot.
Now, because like it's like, see, Christianity as a whole is its own culture. The Christian culture is its own culture where everyone is included: black, white, Asian, transparent, blue, straight, and every straight, that kind of speak, man. Everyone is included. Everyone,
Yeah.
sexuality, race, disability, everyone is included. You come into the culture, leaving your culture behind, your world views behind, and you embrace that culture that it is in itself. And embracing the culture also means you embrace the Bible, the gospel, and
Because that practically is the culture.
literally. But if you let your outside culture corrupt that culture, you're gonna corrupt other Christians. You're gonna make other Christians feel bad, feel like here and there, there and there. I mean, so like, now how do you even try and change that? You can't. All you can do is, preach the word of God and hope that whoever is having those attitudes towards you kind of understand, if they're Christians, understand that, that the way they acted upon their thinking and mindset wasn't good, and just pray for them. I mean, but that's it. Yeah, I got a bit emotional because of my piercings. Yeah, anyways, next question.
Has there been a time where you really questioned the Bible specifically, and why?
Every day.
But like specific, something specific in the Bible that you can think of right now.
There was one thing I'm trying to remember where it was. You go first. Let me try to remember.
Okay. When I watch videos on TikTok of people, atheists, talking about the Bible, sometimes I'm like, he, she, they are making sense. One of the things that I recently saw was slavery. As a black person, I'm like, slavery.
On this one.
You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
I mean, but then people like to take the Bible for as it is, and often don't read the verses beyond and before, and often don't care about historical context and historical meaning of the words in the Bible. Okay, because the Bible also is a translation of a translation, so on. Slavery, the word slave in the Bible doesn't necessarily mean slave. It could mean someone that is working for you. And if as we go along from Genesis to Revelation, we see how, you know, all those relationships between master and slave has been developed. In the Old Testament, there probably were some times where slaves were treated really bad due to due to the laws of the
The
place.
land, yeah. Like in
Like,
Egypt. And
Exactly,
stuff.
Egypt. I mean, but as we come to like New Testament, we then see, yo, this isn't good. So people saying, oh well, God, where was God during slavery? And the Bible says the masters pay your slave and this that. I'm like, bro, don't just read what you see, man. Try and like use references. Use your smart brain that I like to argue with, and like try to think outside of
Yeah,
the
like
box.
people back in the day need to realize, fam. You think flipping King Tutankhamun's going, yeah, but this is my employee. It's not his employee, fam. He doesn't know what employee means.
Once a
This is my
worker of the
slave.
month.
This is my worker,
Yeah.
fam. So that's practically what it means. Now, yes, sometimes it actually means a slave. Like you have no choice, my boy. You are doing whatever I tell you to do.
Bro.
Whereas in some scenarios, in some cases, it's literally just somebody who works for their master.
Yeah.
And the thing is, as well, everyone's always going on about, oh, master is a bad thing. Like, I don't want to have a master, all because of um all of the washed stuff that
Mhm.
everyone hears, where it's like, oh, like that's massa,
Yeah.
that's massa. You know what I mean? Like,
Boy, Mazda boy.
you know what I mean? Not all masters are bad, fam.
Wade in the
Your boss,
water.
your boss is your master, bro. You listen to him. He says, go eat for 30 minutes. And guess what you go and do? You eat for 30 minutes.
Like a
So
slave.
he's your master, yeah? He's your master. Like a slave, yeah? Like a slave.
Like,
Employee.
I mean, like, like people often use the word, "Oh, I'm a slave to my job."
Congratulations for figuring that one out. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, so, like, be careful. Like, people don't always realize that what you see in the Bible often just literally is what's happened today, and what's happened today isn't always bad.
It's just, and also as well, it's like, like, terms just change. You know what I mean? Like an employee is just a new age slave. You're still just a slave.
Literally, bro.
Like now what? You get a few benefits. If I told you, bro, come here
Pause.
and I don't know, wipe 40 people's nyash, I'll pay you 14 quid an hour.
Slavery.
Would you do it? Bro,
How
like
much? How much?
14 quid an hour to wipe 40 people's nyash.
If you pay me £14 for every nyash I wipe,
No, exactly. See, that's a different. That's called business. That means you're a master as well. Come on.
You guys get paid.
Oh, yeah. Yo, that was very dark. Cause she practically don't. You don't get paid at all, do you? Oh my gosh. Yeah, see that?
so now that technically will be slavery.
No, listen, we should be proud in this moment. She's from the white part of Europe, so like, this is like, this is you listen to us now.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Get moving. But yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Slave, but yeah, the slave thing. Oh, and so the question was like, what some like,
In the Bible, they kind of question or something.
yeah, one thing that I questioned was like when Paul was like, "Yo, all you guys that are single, stay single, fam." And I was like, man, I was like, what? He was like,
I don't wanna
it's,
stay single."
it's better for you guys to stay single than get married. And I was like, brother, hold on.
Hold
Like, I
on.
need to,
Wait
like-
a minute. Something ain't right.
I need to like,
No.
bro, I was stuck on that verse for so long. I would maybe give it to Dan or put it in the comment section if I'll ever do it. But the thing is, I was stuck on that verse for like so long, like 15 minutes, just reading the same verse, and I'm not even joking. I was like, no way. But then I continue to read, and it doesn't necessarily mean stay single. He means it's better, like when you're in marriage or when you're with your spouse or whoever, that you act as if you were as if you were single. And that doesn't mean go around and mashing people, because if you're a Christian, you wouldn't be doing that, right?
Facts.
So it means act as if you were a single Christian, right? And so I was like, why, bro? And then he goes on to say, because at that time you were focused on God. Now you're in this relationship. Now you're in with whoever. Now you're in this business deal. And I think you can apply these things to all of these
Business deal.
different things. Now you're in these different agreements.
Yeah.
You're forgetting about God. You know what I mean? Like you're focusing on that person, fam. Remember how you acted when you weren't without that person, when you weren't with that business deal, when you didn't have all the money, when you didn't. You focused on God. So don't forget. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Nice. Next question.
What is the best way to deal with someone disrespecting your faith?
Pray for them.
Smack 'em.
Do a Peter.
Cut
No.
off their ear.
No, like the best thing to do, because like it is tough, but like it's, as a Christian, charge it, pray for them, and before you know, like try and enlighten them, but pray for them and charge it and move on.
Yeah. Because it's so much better to lead by example.
Yeah, like you can't say you're Christian and someone says, "So God doesn't this," and then you smack him up, like, bro, you're just proving his point.
But you're also doing something that the world does if you like smack them up. For
Exactly.
example, like you go out, you see like street preachers, blah blah blah, whatever, or and then it's like, well, you don't agree, like, or you see, for example, certain communities where they're like, you don't agree with us, you're this and that, you're this and
Yeah.
that. But then when you just choose not to deep it, when you're the one preaching, and they come to you and they start deeping it, and you're like, look, brother, you can walk away if you want.
Hmm.
Then when time comes when it's the other way around, and you come to them, and then they're like, they can't call you out for being disrespectful to them.
Yeah.
You literally just like, fam, I listen to you. I can walk away whenever I want. You can walk away whenever I want,
Yeah.
etc., etc.
Okay. Next, last two questions. Give us your best last two questions. Yeah. Let's see.
Okay. What is the importance of going to church as a Christian?
The Bible says, "Iron sharpens iron." All right. Now that in itself, if you look at like history context, beautiful. Also, like if you're sharpening a knife, your sharpening tool must be iron. Um, and like I said earlier on, yeah, you can find God by yourself, whatever, but you need to like God says it's not good for man to be alone. Yeah, He was referring to Adam and Eve in the Bible, but like if you look at that verse in a social context and just look at the way we are as human beings, we need people in our life. We do. Like, stop lying to yourself that you're lonely, you're sad and depressed, get your ass up to your house. Go find people. You can pass uni all by at once, but like, it's always good to go to uni and be like, oh, there's someone that I can speak to. Same with church. You need to have that community to like sharpen your knowledge, your faith, your belief, your strength, your daily life with God. And maybe social anxiety might hold you back or whatever. But as soon as you take the leap of faith, you can't fall. People need people. I mean, it takes one person to make a step, but it takes, a lot of people to change the world. So
Yeah, you said it.
good night, guys. Nah. Yeah.
You
Next
said
question.
it easy.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. I'm saying you said it. Yeah.
What's one piece of advice that you would give someone who's sparked an interest in faith, in your faith?
I'd say.
From church.
No, I wouldn't even say that.
Yeah, no.
I'd say if you're interested and you've got a little spark of interest, try read the Bible. Just open it at random and just read that whole chapter or that whole book. Just try that. Try that a few times. Be open minded. Don't come in with your own baggages, your own beliefs, your own traumas, even, and your own expectations. Don't come with that. Just for once, for 10 minutes, bro, just leave that. Just go to the Bible and look at it just as in, okay, I'm just gonna read this with as like a child, like a new child that's got a new book that isn't interested or disinterested in the book that just wants to read it. Just try that.
Preferably
times.
New Testament as well. That's a good place to start.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the
Yeah,
person,
it really
really.
depends on the person, but yeah.
Like, New Testament is really good. But if you like, for example, if you're into philosophy, Ecclesiastes is a really good place to start. If you're into war,
The whole Old Testament.
Exodus.
Exodus.
If you're
Kings,
into like,
Second Kings.
if you're into sci-fi, Revelation, like
If you're
like
into poems and stuff like that, Proverbs,
Songs of Solomon.
Solomon,
Now, if you're into
Psalms.
romance is Songs of Solomon. That one,
Solomon.
yo, me and Dan were reading that the other day. We figured out a lot of things you're allowed and not allowed to do in the bedroom, fam. And it was brilliant. A lot
Actually,
of things answered.
yeah. Is that so? Okay,
Is it really?
is that what you want? Say no more. Good.
Say less. Then
Yeah.
you've got
Yeah.
you want, I don't know if you're into fishing documentaries. Mark.
Bro, the
I think it's
Bible.
more-
So the Bible has everything you need.
Every genre, fam. It's
Bro,
Netflix.
I was gonna say Netflix. You want
The
love and
original
romance? Boom.
It's there.
You want hatred between family members? It's there.
It's there.
You want K drama? K drama.
K-drama. Probably there, bro.
It's probably there, bro.
Says a power rises from the east. We don't know how far east. Like, it could be that. It could be really far east. If you don't know,
Facts, man.
you want Naruto Sasuke stuff,
Bro,
Genesis, fam.
bro.
No, like, it's right there.
You want Attack on Titan anime, bro? Bro, it's
The Book of Enoch is a side
side mission, bro.
side mission. You know what I mean? Bonus episodes.
Nah, bro. You want horror? Revelation, man.
Revelation is there,
I
bro.
Okay, yeah. Let's do one more question. Is it one more?
Yeah,
Okay.
one more.
Alright, cool.
Your favorite Bible verse and
Go
why?
first.
Um,
Wait, does it have to be only one verse, or can we choose many? Because one verse is tough. I can't lie. I've got a whole book.
Just one that comes to mind.
Okay.
the first will be last, and the last will be first.
Mm.
A lot of people living their life like they're first now.
Sweet boy.
It's fine. It's okay. Treat me like that.
Facts.
Treat my people like that.
Facts.
Treat yourself like that.
Exactly.
But the last will be first,
I know you live.
and the first will be last.
Yeah. I would say my favorite Bible. Why, bro? I would say my favorite Bible verse. Okay. Psalm 23, Psalm 91, Psalm 121. Then you have your basics, Philippians 4:13. You have Isaiah something about his wounds, by his stripes we're healed.
Yeah, that was
Matthew 6:33. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and everything I'll do. Then there's one that Hidal told me, Romans 8:13. I can't quote it right now because I'm blank right now. John 3:16. Actually, the whole book of John. Just read the whole book, man. Read the whole book.
John's and Maz.
Then Matthew, Matthew chapter 6 to like the whole book of Matthew, man. Actually, just that. First Timothy, Second Timothy, Corinthians 1 and 2. I'm just saying Bibles. I'm
There's
saying
no Bible, bro.
No, but like that, that New Testament and like middle of Old Testament, like Proverbs, poems back to back. Oh,
I wouldn't say Proverbs is poems.
nah,
I'd say Proverbs is very like
it's more like
Psalms.
Psalms is very
okay,
poems.
Psalms, but
Proverbs is like just wise words.
yeah. I call it poetry in my mind.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes is just at least the first part is just meaningless.
Yeah,
Everything's meaningless. Why?
Like
Why
which
am I
ones?
here? Everything I've got everything. Everything meaningless.
like see, like actually,
You want transformers as well in the Bible. Romans, helmet of salvation on my head. Breastplate of righteousness.
yeah. Wait, if you like, if you actually ever want to like, if you're struggling in life is so bad and everything else, read the book of Job. Boom, Job, just Job,
Yeah, like Job.
Job.
Fam, Job.
My guy.
Can we briefly talk about that?
Like 2 minutes, yeah.
All right, 2 minutes. Job, yeah, was absolutely obliterated by the devil. Like he got everything taken away from him.
Everything, family, wife, kids.
Yeah, like everything was taken away from him. God, and Job's like, God, why? Instantly, God's like, doom, vision. Let me put you like, let me just take you around the universe and let me show you how much stuff I have to deal with as God. Like, and he's just showing him like, I have to make sure the waves are moving, the sky is skying, your electricity is traveling. Like these things have to be allowed to do that, and something has to be driving these things to do that.
Facts.
And that's called energy. And energy can't be created nor destroyed. So if you want to call God an energy, is viable to a certain extent.
It's I.
But like that's the thing, like oh bro, he just takes him around the whole universe, and then Job comes back and he's like, yeah, I'm humbled, bro. Like
Actually,
God,
see, that wasn't that bad. Like,
like he was like them lot are gone. My
I'm sitting here
business
on
is
my
God. My business is gone, and God is still like
God.
God is still God, and He's still here with me while He's doing all this nonsense for everyone else. Yeah,
That's flex, man.
that's crazy.
Anyways, let's lock it up. Yeah, today was a quite short one, almost 1 hour though. I think. Thank you very much. Again, thank you for our camera woman. One sec. Yeah, thank you.
Midnight.
Yeah, it is midnight. Damn.
Them.
One them. Thank you for our camera woman and interview. We
Interviewer.
Baguetti. Thank you for the questions. God bless you very much. Thank you for Richie, co-host, co-monkey, for coming on the show again. And I'm the main guy as usual. I'm gonna see you next week. We have a lot coming for D.C.X. He's been brainstorming. I've been sleeping. He's been brainstorming, and we have a lot of plans coming for D.C.X. So stay tuned. Also if you want to become on the podcast, just DM me or Richie or anyone that you know. Everyone is welcomed.
Or email us.
Email us. Do we have an email? We don't. Anyways,
I have an email.
You do. Anyways, yeah. So I'ma see you next week, next episode. This will also be on Spotify. Follow us on Instagram. Danny Cliff out. Beer.